Allie. Thanks for joining us. First question will be from Andy Constable.
Hey, Allie. Candace said earlier today that the team is just, looking to find its rhythm offensively. And, tonight it looked like there was a bit of a struggle on offense to get things going early. Obviously, things came together in the end, but it wasn't enough. So how do you guys approach this, what seems like an issue, to get things started early?
I don't know. Honestly, we just got to figure it out. I feel like we're all capable scorers, whether it's individually or collectively. It's just about doing it, It's just about, I want to score more than you want to stop me kind of players. So I think that's what we just have to do and try to figure out how to play well together and that to start the game.
And then, for you finished the game shooting 77% from three, almost 78% from three. When you're hitting like that, is it a space you go to in your mind where you're connecting, at the rim like that, or how do you explain just being that lethal from three in moments like that?
It's just confidence and just being, quick in the actions that we do, and obviously our team playing for me too in terms of getting the ball at the right time and setting the screens. But yeah, I think it's just a combination of all that.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
Next question will be from Eric Wilson.
Allie, I appreciate your time. I just wanted to know, was there a moment tonight where you felt like you ladies could take control of this game and get the W?
Yeah, I think if I'm thinking about the end of the game, it's probably when we were down 2 and I made that turnover in the middle of the floor. I feel like that was our chance to really score and tie it up and put a little more pressure on them. So, obviously there's a lot of moments in the game, even earlier, but if I'm thinking about the end, then I'm thinking about that bad turnover.
Thank you.
No problem.
Next question from Nova Wilkes.
Hey, Allie, how you doing tonight?
Could be better.
Slow start seems to be a problem with Chicago. What are some of the things that you guys feel like you need to do to stop slow starts? And then with you guys coming off the Olympic break, do you feel like the slow start for the past 2 games against Seattle and Dallas, do you feel like it's kind of rushed from being out for so long and people just trying to get into rhythm, or?
I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's just we haven't found it with that group, and I feel like we've tweaked it a little bit with different post lineups and whatnot. It's just about just being confident and not overthinking. I feel like at this point now it's like, all right, we don't start good. Don't start good. And everyone's overthinking. Like, okay, start good. Like, take ownership and just figure it out. Figure out how to start good.
Thank you, Al.
No problem.
Next question from Allison Moran.
Hey, Allie, I know it was a tough loss tonight. I know how hard that is. In terms of getting ready for the next game, outside of figuring it out, will there be any other kinds of preparation for you? Talk about it in practice or things like that?
I think because we have a few days, I think we might have a day off. So everybody's just clearing their minds and I think ready to come back and practice and just have good energy and just everybody be locked in and focused to try to figure this out.
All right. Thanks, Allie.
No problem.
Got him this time.
Thank you.
Annie, did you have another question?
Yes, sorry, Allie. Just one more quick one. Is there an energy issue with this team? Do you feel like this team gets into moments where the energy, it's challenging to keep it up?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe if you watch the game, you could tell. So I think it's just something we gotta figure out. I feel like as professionals, we can't never have that issue. It can never be an energy issue. But when you're 11-11 and you kind of win and losing, like that's when you have to have the best energy. So it's just something we gotta fix. End of story.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
There are no further questions for Allie. Allie, appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Todd, thanks for joining us. First question will be from Eric Wilson.
Good evening. I know this wasn't the outcome you were looking for, but I just have one quick question for you tonight. When you look at this, how do you ladies stay focused and you know that it's crunch time and you have to get this W?
I think we got to lock in on the small things. We knew how they were beating us on the glass, offensive rebounds, and we had to stop fouling. So I think like when we're tired and just down the stretch, like we have to lock in on the small things because they end up making a bigger difference.
Thank you.
Next question from Allison Moran.
Hey, Ka, thanks for taking the time tonight. I know this is not the easy night to answer questions, but there was some chatter about the way they were the Wings were able to box you out and shut down a bit of your offense tonight. How is that going?
You mean like, are you saying me specifically, or are you saying the team? Like
the team, yeah.
So wait, can you ask me one more time? Sorry.
Oh, sure, no problem. So there was some chatter regarding Dallas being able to box you out and not be able to, kind of shutting down the offense and so I wondered if you had any comments about that and what may happen the next time.
I just think we got to be tougher. Just keep fighting, no matter what the time, no matter what the score is, and not make the same mistakes over and over again.
How? What do you take out of this game that can be a positive?
I do not know. Honestly, I don't know.
I gotcha. All right. Well, thanks, Ka, and better times are ahead.
Thank you.
Next question from Annie Constable.
Hey, Kyle, what's the answer to the slow starts for this guy? How do you guys, how do you fix that?
It's a good question. I think, I don't know. We got to we have to definitely come out a lot stronger. I don't know. Maybe we need to, I don't know. I'm sorry. We had to talk about that as a team, about the start. I think we've been slow for the past 2 games, and we can just talk about whether we need to get more time warming up, or I don't know. We have to find a solution though.
And this team definitely seems like a connected unit. Y'all seem friendly. It seems like a real positive team environment. But is there an energy issue, or because on the court it seems at times y'all get into lulls, and I wonder from your perspective if that's how you would describe it.
I just think that it's easy to get frustrated out there. If you if I give up or lose my assignment defensively, it's easy for me to be upset at myself, and so it's not about you. I think each and every person on the team just have to realize like it's just not about you, and just think next possession, because every single possession counts. So I just think we gotta just play through every possession. No matter what happens, missed shot, missed layup, lost assignment on defense. Whatever happens, just think next play mentality.
Got you. Appreciate it.
Next question from Noah Wilkes.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
I'm good.
Quick question. How things go?
It's cool. Thank you.
Yeah. I just want to ask you. You said you talked about the slow starts the last 2 games. Would you contest that to you guys just coming off the Olympic break, just trying to get back into rhythm as a team?
I'm not gonna sit here and make no excuses for us. I just think, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses and say it's Olympic break or whatever. I just think we got to come to play and just be ready.
In the first quarter, before Allie came in, you guys were struggling with three. Do you think that's something, the 3-point shot is something that you guys as a team need to improve on to finish out the season, heading into the playoffs?
Nah, Ali gonna hold it down, and everybody else gonna hit shots when they're supposed to.
All right, thank you.
If there are no other questions for Ka, appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
Desiree, thank you for your time. First question will be from Allison Moran.
Hi, Desiree. I'm just saying, first of all, it was a tough loss tonight, I'm guessing, and we talked a little bit tonight about the sluggishness, the slowness with which you came out tonight. What do you attribute that to?
I guess just lack of focus, you know. This is the second game. Even against Seattle, we didn't really come out the way we wanted to. And I feel like that starts defensively. We get our energy from getting stops. So when we're not getting stops, then it's kind of just, you know, downhill from there. So we just got to come out more focused in the next game.
It worked against the Seattle Storm. So what made the difference with the Wings tonight?
What do you mean? What worked?
Oh, I mean, if you ended up with a win there.
Oh, I mean, I just think it's lack of focus, and we just have to have better energy. When we make mistakes, I mean, we got to just next play mentality, because the more bad energy we have, it just trickles down through each player. So, you know, we got to find a way. If we mess up, next play, go give someone a high five. You know, like we got to find a way to have better energy throughout the game, because it's a game of runs. It's a game of up and downs. Like it's not, we have a plan. Sometimes we're going to come out and mess it up. You know, that's just how it is. And when we have that negative energy, it just affects us. So I think that's something that we really got to focus on for this second stretch, is just finding better ways to bring good energy from 1 through 11.
Great answer. Thank you.
Thanks.
Eric Wilson.
Desiree, good evening. Always a pleasure to see you. I just want to ask, you know, tonight you had 14-5 with 2 steals and 2 blocks, all within 24 minutes. How are you feeling as far as getting back into your play and having those additional minutes to kind of, you know, keep this team going and motivated when you have to come off the bench?
I am mentally feeling okay. Like it's honestly been a really hard stretch for me this whole season, just mentally. But I'm just focusing on game by game, trying to bring energy the best way I can to the team, just with the way I play. So, yeah, I feel pretty decent right now, but we'll see how I feel tomorrow morning. But, yeah, I mean, that's my focus pretty much for the whole season. That's what it's been, is whether I start, whether I come off the bench, whatever, like just trying to find ways to really just bring energy. Other than scoring too, you know, I think for me at least coming back, it can be like there's certain times where I feel like I could exploit a mismatch better or whatever, but trying to get my mind off of offense and really help defensively or just rebounding, like just trying to do my part in those ways. So, yeah.
I appreciate it. Always good to see you.
Thanks.
Amy Constable.
Hey, Desiree, tonight y'all were out rebounded 45 to 32, and you talked about energy, and I wonder, is energy the attribution for being out rebounded and giving up 17-second chance points, or what's your assessment of that?
Yeah, I mean that's energy. That's lack of focus on closing out the play. You know, we had certain stops where they were good, and then, you know, we just weren't locked in fully enough to get that final part of the play finished. And that's an energy thing. When you get a good hard stop and then you get the rebound and then we're able to push for transition, like it all trickles. It's all connected. So that's definitely an energy thing, and we just got to be better in that area.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Noah Wilkes.
Hey, Andre.
Hey.
We talked a lot about energy, and it seems like when you guys, Candace went down with the ankle injury, it seemed like you guys lost a bit of focus. Can you talk about how maybe worrying about your teammate, translated onto the court, and contributed to maybe some defensive lapses against Dallas today?
Yeah, I think definitely it kind of was a, like, dang, like Candace is out now. But that's where we got to just have the mental focus to be like, next player up. Next player up. Like, we've dealt with that all of the first half of the season. We've had people in, we've had people out. Like, we got to just have that mentality of next player up, because we have more than capable players 1 through 11. Like, it's not a team where, like, we're a deep team. So that's where I think the mental focus, and that's where energy can come in. Whoever's coming in, okay, Candace is out, but hey, they're going to come in and they're going to bring something. They might not bring what Candace can bring, but they're going to bring something. We're all unique. We all bring something to this team that's positive. So everybody just has to focus on that, and, we'll be good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There are no further questions for Azure. Azure, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
James Wade will be up next. If anyone has questions for James Wade, once again, please raise your hand and you will be called upon. Thank you. Be from Annie Constable.
Hi, James.
Hey, Annie.
How's Candace doing?
I guess just got an update from doctors. It's the same ankle that she sprained, but it's not as bad. So we're just going to evaluate it over the next couple of days, and we'll see how it responds. But it's not as much swelling as before. So it makes us feel pretty optimistic about it, but, we'll see.
Okay, good to hear. And then as far as the game goes, tonight, what's the answer to these slow starts that y'all are having?
We might have to change the lineup a little bit. I expect for us to do that for the next game. We've given our lineup a chance the last 2 games, and I really don't like the slow starts. So we might have to, change it so we can, play better in the first quarter, start the game, and then, kind of involve our bench as time goes. But I just expect for us to make a change at some point. Maybe look at a different group of 5 players to start it.
Is there a specific change you can already, fill us in on?
No, I haven't watched the game, so.
Okay. And then last for me, you guys were out rebounded 45-32, and
Yeah.
gave up 17, I think, second chance points. So
Mhm.
some of the players talked about energy. Is that what you attribute that to? And do you feel like this team has an energy issue right now?
Definitely. You can sense it. It's, in the gym. Anytime you haven't played basketball for 4 weeks, as a group, that's the one thing that you need to just close your eyes and have. If you haven't played with your teammates, you haven't, you have goals and objectives as a group, and so you have to have that energy, and and you're at home. The crowds have been nice, and you just have to appreciate basketball. You don't get these games back, only God knows, but you have a certain amount of basketball games to play. And so when your energy's not good, that means you're wasting them. And so we have to address that, and we will.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Next question from Eric Wilson.
Coach, as always, I appreciate your time. I just have one question. Both Ali and Azure spoke of energy. However, Kalia spoke about not doing the small things tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I know you haven't watched the tape yet, but was there something that you noticed that was missing from tonight's execution?
Yeah, we didn't box out. Anytime you have a guard to shoot the ball and get the offensive rebound, it's just not good. We just we didn't do those simple things. Boxing out was a big key. Communication was okay at times, but it wasn't consistent. And I thought we had effort in spurts, but we didn't have enough of it consistently. So I still have to watch the game, but those are just things off the top of my mind that we have to fix. So.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Next question from Noah Wilkes.
How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm doing okay now.
Tough loss. I
Yeah.
just want to ask you about the team's 3-point shooting. Is that something you are looking to improve on heading into the playoffs and further into the season?
We said 3-point shooting, you said?
Yeah. You guys were 8 of 24 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think all your threes came from Allie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we know the way the WNBA is, teams who shoot threes are the teams who usually win the championships in this league.
All right.
Is shooting the three something that you are going to focus on with the Sky down the stretch and heading into the playoffs?
Definitely. I think we shoot the ball a lot, in practice and things like that. But I was pleased with the fact that we got up 24 threes. Of course, if you make 2 more, then you're shooting it at over 40%. And a couple of them rolled out for Allie. We want her shooting them. She shot 12 last game. I don't have a stat sheet in front of me right now, but she shot it well tonight. So we have to just put her in position, and we want Sloot to shoot a few more. And Steph, Steph couldn't get any rhythm. I think her elbow was out a little bit, and you just want her to get up under a shot. And but we shoot the three in practice. So that's something that we want to continue to build on.
And a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I would just want to know, we haven't seen Lacey Brown these last 2 games.
Right.
Is it an injury or is it just rotation-wise as to why he hasn't seen her?
We have a roster with 11 players. In a 40-minute game, it's almost impossible to try to play everyone. So especially if you have someone like Allie that's on fire. But I suspect you'll see her at some point pretty soon because we're going to need her experience to spread the floor. But it's just rotation. But she'll get back in the rotation at some point.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
If there are no other questions for James, appreciate your time tonight. And everyone, enjoy your evening and be on the lookout for emails coming up here for availabilities the next coming days before
Thanks,
Saturday's
guys.
game.
Thank you.